All right, you people. Cardi B has left everyone perplexed after sharing a video on her TikTok that appeared to show her with her tummy full. You all know then, there have been reports that Cardi B is expecting a child with her boyfriend, Stefan Diggs. Following her court appearance yesterday, Cardi uploaded this video here. Hold on, wait a minute, they said. She is therefore not pregnant. Thus, many admirers were left perplexed. Now, it seems to some that she has been playing this game all along. She is not expecting a child. For others, it's
She is indeed the drama. Y'all was on here saying that she was pregnant and just making up those rumors, and I just knew that she wasn't. I never saw it. I don't know why people would speak on women's bodies like that. Like, it's clear that she was never pregnant. She said out of her mouth she wasn't pregnant. Like, y'all are crazy.
First of all, Cardi, we love you, unapologetically. Second of all, it did not look like that when you walked in that courtroom. That bulb was not bulging at the top of that shirt. Third of all, you showed them cheeks, but not that belly, so I'm not a believer.
So do we think Cardi pregnant or not? Because sis put a whole light bulb in her belly. Like, she wanted
30, be honest. I don't believe it. Since Cardi B hasn't revealed her tummy yet, I don't believe it at all. She didn't remove the board or anything. She took advantage of her foam pad so we can see it. Nothing in particular gave me the impression that she wasn't pregnant. I only witnessed a woman attempting to conceal her pregnancy. Now, I would have said, okay, yeah, she played everybody. If I had taken that board or cushion out and noticed that flat tummy. All okay, whatever. She did, however, show us everything. Nothing. Therefore, I am still not entirely convinced. We all know that Cardi B maintains a very flat stomach, so when I see one, I'm like, okay, yes, she's not pregnant. However, until I'm not buying it then. However, I would like to know how you all feel. Do individuals seem to be running with nothing? Or do you think Cardi B is just acting? Now, prior to proceeding to the A's for the following item, I simply wanted to inform everyone that Cardi B was successful in her legal lawsuit against the security guard. In case you were unaware, a security guard was suing Cardi B for $24 million, alleging that when she went to see Cardi B, ended up pawing this security guy during her OBG while she was expecting her first baby, Culture. Right now, this case is a total shit show. It was an act from a circus. All right, the attorney for the security guard was a lawyer, TU. How this dude even obtained his license is beyond me. He was the worst lawyer I have ever seen in my life, and I'm not sure where she found him. Definitely, no rivalry. In addition to having a terrible attorney, the OBGN stated that Cardi did not touch her, as did the doctor whose clinic she visited. Furthermore, according to the receptionist's testimony, Cardi B did keep your hands off this security guard. In actuality, the same security guy ended up pawing the receptionist. I believe that we all knew right away that this security guard's future was not going to be bright. To be honest, this litigation was a complete farce. And at the very least, choose a competent attorney who can truly assist you if you plan to. Sue for $24 million. However, this is what the security guard and Cardi said regarding the decision. Interview.
I am not that celeb that you're gonna sue and you think it's gonna settle. I'm not gonna settle, especially when I'm completely innocent. I know I got a little reputation, but I swear to God I'm innocent. I swear to God, like this, like I'm really innocent for real. And I just want to say thank you, everybody.
I thought it was totally unprofessional. I think it showed value to her character, the type of person that she is. A lot of her body language, her body gestures, her facial expressions, her disrespect for the court, I think speaks to who she is. I think we saw how I conducted myself during this trial.
Goodbye, girl. After seeing the trial, I firmly don't think Cardi B hit the woman. However, please share your thoughts regarding all of this in the comments section below. Let's go on to the next tale. All right, everyone. After someone died at the location of Sexy Red's video shoot, Sexy Red and Sukihana are being sued for wrongful death. All of this, therefore, relates to September 14th, 2023. While in Florida, Sexy Red and Sukihana were working on a music video for Sexy. Shake Your Dreads by Red. At this point, they were filming in the Oakland Park Flea Market in Oakland Park, Florida. Everyone wants to turn up when these rappers announce that they are filming somewhere, as you are all aware. As a result, hundreds of people came to witness the video being created or to participate in it. Okay, so the flea market is on West. Oakland Park Boulevard and the Chevron gas station is directly across the street. Thus, bear it in mind since everything went wrong at that point. Anthony Dennis, a 36-year-old male, was present. He was a father and a native of Florida. Now, like everyone else, he came to witness the music video being made. Now, Anthony and his companion made the decision to stop and get a drink during the shoot. They crossed the street to this Chevron gas station, but as they arrived, a dark sedan carrying 3 men wearing masks drew up. Now, they tried to rob Anthony and his friend while brandishing guns. The lawsuit claims that they wanted their jewelry, particularly a necklace and a Rolex watch. Now, everything went wrong when Anthony and his companion refused to part with their belongings. The bandits simply began shooting you all. And there, in the parking lot of the gas station, Anthony Dennis was shot and murdered, you know. In the end, his friend was also shot. Another bullet landed on him after he was struck in the shoulder. Although the guy survived, the experience left him damaged. According to the lawsuit, he is still coping with the physical and psychological stress of losing his best buddy in the entire event, and he has muscular spasms, nerve damage, and the need to wear a neck brace. However, Anthony failed to show up. His daughter, who was just 7 years old at the time, was left behind when Daddy passed away there. The suspects were eventually apprehended by the police when they finally arrived. The police did indeed arrive, and they succeeded in apprehending the culprits in the end. 3 of them are currently pending trial. In the present, Anoni's baby mom is bringing a lawsuit on his estate's behalf. For his injuries, the companion is also suing. But, they're not merely suing 1 or 2 individuals. Sukiana and Sexy Red are among the 9 defendants they are suing. The folks who actually operated the gas station where the incident took place are now being sued. They are suing the individuals who possesses the property on which the gas station is located. The businesses that own and run the Oakland Park Flea Market, where the video was taken, are being sued. The owners of the plaza where the robbers parked their vehicle before the shooting are being sued. And they are suing the record label and the media business that promotes Sexy Red. Finally, they are suing Sexy Red and Sukiana. In essence, though, they are attempting to see what works by throwing everything at the wall. Thus, the primary item that they're stating that despite knowing this was a hazardous neighborhood with a criminal history, all of these defendants were careless and failed to provide adequate security. This is when things start to get interesting. Sexy Red and Sukiana are the targets of the case, not only their presence. Additionally, they're making some pretty outrageous accusations about what these girls did incorrectly. To begin with, they claim that Sexy Red essentially planned the entire event. She was the one who invited folks to come by posting on social media to film the video in the Oakland Park Flea Market. In order to encourage as many people as possible to participate or watch the music video in real time, the lawsuit claims that she reposted multiple postings announcing her arrival. The attorneys are now essentially claiming that she is to blame for directing all of these individuals to a hazardous location since she actively promoted it on social media. They also say she ought to have realized it was risky. This is where the litigation becomes very complicated, though. They are attempting to argue that the music of Sukiana and Sexy Red encourages violence. Recall that I previously informed you that they are suing Rebel One LLC, Sexy Red's record company. According to the lawsuit, this label has a track record of successfully managing musicians, having established links to gun violence. They bring up YNW Melly, who is accused of murder, and King Von, who was shot and slain. They even brought up Fredo Bang's claims that he has ties to Baton Rouge violence. Thus, they're essentially attempting to depict Sexy Red as being a part of a violent record label. She should have realized that publicizing this event would incite violence because she creates violent music. They are stating that Sexy Red and Sukihana ought to have done the following exact things. In addition to having surveillance cameras installed, security officers for the entire area, not just the video shoot, warned people about the area's dangers, ensured enough illumination, and established a general security plan. I can't even dispute that, to be honest with you guys. That's the bare minimum they ought to possess. Had been going on. As I mentioned before, there were 3 of the shooters who shot Anthony. They were apprehended and are currently pending trial. However, I'm curious about your thoughts on this matter. How are you feeling? Regarding the lawsuit against Sukihana and Sexy Red for this, do you think they are to blame for his passing? Right now, in all honesty, I believe they do have a role. In my opinion, they need to have been more accountable for the region, ensuring everyone's safety because, in the end, everyone will be watching the artist when someone is killed. It makes no difference what happened. Who did what wrong is irrelevant. The focus will be on you. Additionally, I believe that they ought to have taken a few more steps to ensure the safety of that place. To ensure everyone's safety, barriers should be erected, and multiple police officers should be dispatched to the location. They ought to have, I don't feel like they have blood on their hands, but I understand what they had to do. Overall, though, it was their occasion. However, please share your thoughts on this absurd circumstance with me. Who do you think is at fault? Do you also concur with his relatives? Or did they go too far, in your opinion? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. However, that's all I'll chat to you about what I have for you.